Rustoluems rock solid on garage floors are widely used, but what's the difference between a professional epoxy job? Well, I'm going to show you how the pros do it, the product used, and a comparison of a pro finish garage floor and a bros that used Rustoluems rock solid. Let's go. Just so you know what the pros are working with in terms of the condition of the garage, here is the existing garage. I had a few spills, but overall no cracks and deep stains. Right here I had an oil splatter and cleaned it up quick, but still sunk right in, and you can see the stain. Garage is cleared. Good thing I didn't have too much stuff. Just get rid of the bikes before they come and they can go at it. Another angle of some of the existing stains. These pros are working on my 3-car garage. There are 3 of them working on it at all times. This was supposed to be a 2-day job, but it rained one of the days in California. Go figure. So it took them 3 days without including dry time. Prepping the floor is key. First they blew out the dirt and dust, then they hosed it out. Next, the degreaser remover, and they start scrubbing. While 2 are scrubbing, there's another one making sure the surface is smooth and scraping the floor, removing any raised surfaces. Then hose out the degreaser and the additional dirt. After hosing out the second time, the team squeegees the water out so there's no standing water and it dries quicker. This also got rid of additional dirt and dust. Then the lady starts blow drying the floor, working to dry it quicker. More squeegeeing and more blow drying. This garage was in pretty good condition, not having any cracks, with the house being a little over 2 years old. However, they're looking over any imperfections and filling any cracks or holes. Oh man, that would have been immature if I put that into the video. It's the camera that's picking up the audio. Here's a good look at the patching. Personally, I didn't see any cracks or pitting, but I guess the pros did. It started to rain, so I had to close the garage, and the plan was for them to come back tomorrow. If it didn't rain, they would have put down the base coat and the flakes today, but now it's delayed another day. Let's take a look at the product they're using. This is the base coat. And again, this is for a 3-car garage. A couple of rollers, paint brushes. This base coat is going to be dark gray. Okay, now we're on the second day where they're taping things off, which I'm glad I'm saving my knees and back. I'm sitting here watching them like I'm king of the castle, from my surveillance camera, but I'll get in close with a high quality camera. A drop cloth so they don't make a mess of my driveway. That's a good thing. Now mixing the base coat with what I believe the small cans were the activator. Filled the paint trays, fill in the joints with a brush. Again, my back and knees thank me. Nice thing about the buddy system, one paints the areas where the rollers can reach and the other with a brush it can't reach. At this point, they're working quick because they want to spread the flakes while the paint is still wet or tacky. Bros doing Rustolium do it in sections, and the ones I saw, they never get good coverage on the lip of the walls with the flakes because they're pressed for time. They usually do sections, and my concern would be to have enough flakes when you're done. They painted the entire floor under an hour and jumped on putting the flakes immediately. You could see on the clock they started mixing at 2:50 p.m. and they are pretty much done under an hour, about 40 minutes for the base coat. The flakes come out about 2 buckets full, and these are spread out generously. This is a big difference between the kits. And of course, they can spread these evenly and walk on the epoxy without ruining it with spiked shoes.
About 4 or 5 days. If there's a lot of rain, wait. The longer you can wait, the better, because of the wet tires and stuff. Just till it.
And they just kept spreading those flakes. They finish with the flakes and have one more day. I'm closing the garage, so let this dry, and we'll see them tomorrow. After they clean up, of course. One of the things I wanted to show is the lip of the garage and how well the chips are covered. This seems like a pretty big deal since the kits don't come with enough flakes. And yes, you can always purchase more flakes, but these aren't cheap and they come in small bags. The next and final day, they take off the tape and paint the final coat of clear. Not again. This last day, 2 pros came out to paint the clear. Again, 2 guys go through this pretty quick. They have to blow out the loose chips first. What goes on top is another coat of clear coat of polyurethane. Let's take a closer look. Polyurethane is supposed to have a higher gloss and is more durable. Now hang in there, because the finished floor, I'm going to show you a Rust-Oleum rock solid floor my neighbor did to show the difference. Now you could say the neighbor did a bad job, but I'll let you be the judge. There it is, the finished product with clear top coat, done by a pro. Now let's sneak over to my neighbor's who did it himself. You're not able to see, but there are also some blotches where the rock-solid polycuramine wasn't spread or the concrete absorbed more. Okay, let's go back to the pro job. Now, everyone says you have to purchase double the product, which my neighbor did, but I think you also have to purchase many more bags of chips, which aren't cheap. Also, the consistency of rock solid when it dries, it has the look of a gray snot texture. I would say if you go the rock solid route, cover as much with flakes as possible, then I think it could look good. The big question, do you save money? It definitely doesn't look as good. This cost me $2,000 for a 3-car garage to have the pros come out. If I did it myself, it would probably cost me $1,000 with doubling up on rock solid, buying a lot more epoxy chips, extra cleaner, and this is without the time involved. I hope this helps, and if you like this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe.